Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. In this tutorials, we will create the scenery working with the terrain, applying materials, lighting, working with the clouds, and a little bit with the planets. So let's start it. So let's create our terrain, and first what I want to do is create a procedure terrain. Okay, we'll kind of zoom out. And you know what, maybe just shrink a little bit. I'll see after readjustment, but I want this quite a bit large terrain. It will be look over. And we'll go to edit object, and I want to work with it, change some procedure terrain, some functions. So I'll make it flat so we don't have it kind of bent on the ends, and we'll just reset the function. We'll go to edit function. So right here, what I'm going to do is add a couple different fractals. One, it will be for the Rocky Mountain, and let's take just large features and decrease to 5. I leave it as default everything. We'll maybe add rocks after. We'll see how it's will going. And let's create second fractal. It will be just a terrain fractal for this. Okay, except right here I want reduce this. So I take and set them to 5, all of them. And the same I will leave for now. Everything is together. Next we'll just create a blender. We'll connect both of them by altitude. Okay, we'll select altitude here. And inside our blender, we want to actually switch this to the add. And let's move more towards effect. So right here, let's preview. You can see we have it kind of nice going right here. What's happening? The terrain gives us details, and the mountains give us this kind of peak when they combine together. We can go more towards these mountains, or just add a little bit more details. So let me just pop up and see right here the details. We still have right. I want maybe going to have the river somewhere going around that area. Okay, so let's go to, we have it add. I'm just increasing a little bit size. Right, these ones still maybe just touch with brush to create a bit more like a river going below, but it's look kind of nice from camera. From if we put from this level right here, it's where I'm kind of observing, see how it will look. Okay, so let's go ahead. Before we're closing, let's add couple dependencies so we can use it for our material distribution. And I will create one custom dependency, and we'll go to rough areas and 3D relation for this one, and we'll call this for Red Mountains. We'll create another one, and we'll create just rough areas. So okay, click OK. Let's click OK one more time. A couple things you can see, our terrain kind of floated. So what I like to do is bring a little bit down, but sometimes hard to know. So I'm going down till you can see it's kind of start disappearing right here. And also it's showing me if I put it water, how it will go. So I'm going just right above. Okay, let's add water at this point. Okay, be sure your height on the camera is unlock, so like this. Okay, we'll take water, and we'll start just slightly increasing. Let's take main camera, bring up maybe from this angle here. kind of adjusting. And again, you can see I'm trying to create, so going a little bit smoother, and we'll just start moving water up till it's kind of have this nice effect. And again, because with terrain, when you start working, if you want, you can go back and maybe add a little bit more how you want to create flow for your position for your river, but I think I'm happy with what's happening at this point. Okay, we can go ahead and let's preview this image, and I'm just going to render on a screen. Okay, so we can preview right here. You can see you have nice details on the terrain, and we have water. Of course, we need to work on the scale of the bump maps and everything, but it is look interesting at this point. Let's add some background mountains, and we'll do a couple ways. One, so it's make it a little bit easier, I'll just create one stretch out, maybe a little bit more far away. Okay, kind of just make so it's look a little bit more far right here. Okay, you know what? Let's take our camera, bring up, and just I want to see water, so I still kind of try to combine, find a good angle. Okay, so right here, okay, we'll take this terrain. Okay, stretch right here, and you know what, let's put maybe mountain one right on the back. We'll just create one, increase in size. Okay, this one maybe needs stretching towards us a little bit. Just preview on a mountain, see which one will be probably. So it will look kind of interesting. We can bring a little bit higher if we want it. So right here we kind of preset our terrain. Again, let's preview, see what we have at this point. Again, these mountains will be on background, and they will be kind of hiding maybe in some haze or some other places. Okay, I think our terrain preset is looking good, so we can maybe add start work on materials. So let's continue in the next portion of our tutorial.